good morning. Can't get my color right, but whatever.
Good afternoon. It's more like an afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Right. Yeah, I know.
See, I'm all discombobulated.
Yes, I know. It's still morning.
I was
for
on
you.
time. That's what made me discombobulated.
Yes, and that's so important. And I want to commend you for doing that today.
Well, thank you very much.
Normally, we're always, waiting for you. You come in at the very last minute. I mean, you be down to the wire.
Oh, well,
Why is
Marine
that?
Corps? No.
Is it because I don't pay you a salary? If I paid you a salary, would you show up on time?
Do I at work?
Sometimes you do,
And sometimes.
And sometimes you don't. There it is. All right. So hey, it's beautiful.
It's a wonderful.
It's warm out. Still need a little jacket.
Yeah.
But I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
And I think summer has really been ready. Spring is in the air.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling it today. We got a lot of beautiful things going on here in Cleveland. And were the kids out of school already, or are they getting ready to come out?
For the spring break?
Yeah, because they got
did that already
spring
happen?
break.
They had that already.
Did they have that already?
I think so.
They did that before Easter?
Usually it does happen a little, like end of February, March, beginning of March.
I always thought they would be out like during. We used to be
They
out
could be
the week before
Easter.
Easter, and then you come back the week after
might be right.
Easter.
Yeah.
They're doing things so fast earlier now. I don't know.
But then, Easter sometimes is in March and sometimes it is in April, like this year.
Okay, so this year we got it in April. Week of April. Okay, fine.
April
So-
14th is what? Palm Sunday. April 19th is Good Friday.
Okay.
I know this because April 14th is Lois' birthday,
Okay.
my wonderful, wonderful partner. And April 19th is my mom's birthday
Okay.
and my aunt's.
All right. Well, you got something to
So
not forget.
I can't forget those 2 days.
So let me ask you,
The bookends.
did you give up anything for Lent? Do you
I
participate?
did. I gave up gin.
You gave up gin. Okay, that's pretty good. So you didn't give up anything else? You just gave up the gin?
Just the gin.
How come not just do the whole shebang?
Well, I don't know. I just do gin.
Gin?
But I think our great friend, the big guy in the sky,
Oh, gave you a
is
warning?
no, slowly weaning me off of some bad habits, whether I want to or not,
Good.
which is a good thing.
That's a good thing, Sometimes we need to make changes, even though we may not want to. We get so comfortable in our little, I won't call them addictions, but habits.
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 Yeah, he's limiting those habits for
And,
me.
and sometimes habits, could go against us.
Yeah.
Some things are just to
They're
have.
no longer, it's no longer having the same flair or enjoyment. So,
Yeah, and then, we.
and maybe that's why I picked gin.
Okay.
Something I liked before, but now I'm beginning not liking none of it.
Yeah. And that's strange because I used to like brandy. I love my dark liquor.
Do you like brandy too?
And as time went on, I don't know, it just
It
just faded away. I had no more taste for it. It just
Or
left.
need.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm finding out lately. I'm kind of shocked and surprised.
Yeah.
But I think, God, when you go in your relationship with the Lord, it grows.
Yes.
And the more you grow in that part of your life, the main part, I guess, the relationship with Him, certain things just start to fall off.
Yeah. And that's a good thing because, when we're dealing with God, we can't be straddling the fence.
No.
You
gotta
so
keep
it's
on moving
either
forward.
it's either you're gonna do or you're not gonna do.
Or you're either going to be with me or not. As
Right.
simple as that.
Exactly.
And He'll take care of the rest, whether
Yes.
you want to or not.
He always
He'll scrape
does.
off the best. I'm getting scraped now, regardless of how I feel about certain things.
Well-
and I didn't even notice it until like last week, really, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. I used to love St. Patrick's Day. For the first time in, I may say, 30 years, I woke up not feeling too good and totally not in the need. And I'm like, okay,
That was it?
there's something changing.
Okay.
Even though I've been also been practicing lately to not just take an hour, but to prioritize at least 3 hours a day to strictly either talking or praying or meditating or just simply listening to God. So I've been previous before the week. I've been really forcing myself to make that time, whether it's going to make me late for work or not, or
Right.
whether it's going to get away with something else I had scheduled. If I'm trying to do it like at 6 a.m., 3 p.m., and like on the way to
Going
home
home? Okay.
at 9 p.m. And just really cutting everything out, like you said before, and really, but taking an hour, a whole hour, just that's it. That's
Yeah.
his time,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And I think that
And
is
I noticed some
great.
change.
Yeah, because
in a lot
it
of
takes
things.
practice to do that. And you have to want to do that. Because we make time for everything else.
Yeah.
And I find as though we just really don't give God enough time. We go to church and you listen to whatever your pastor preaches for that day. And then, you get filled up because, we had a good service today and pastor just really hit some points there and got me all emotionally stirred up, So I got this look today. It's because I'm filled with the Lord, okay? God has done some amazing things in my life. And he has truly brought me through some really times in my life, whether some of them were, they were bad, but not to the point real bad, but I got enlightened.
Yeah.
And by being enlightened, helped me be able to gradually graduate and move on. And so that was the fulfilling that I got from all of this, and that he's always there. It's not going to be when you want it, but when he knows that you're ready. Is when it's going to happen.
I'm finding out too, just the whole listening part, which I thought I was doing, but I have to admit I don't think I was. Because you pray, and you say, God, what is something, or you pray about this, and you pray about that, but are you really truly just listening?
Yes.
Listening, and that without other things getting in the way, that is hard to do, really, to be honest with you, and I'm getting better as I've been practicing since, because that was my New Year's resolution, to be honest with you, for this year, was to listen to him. And it's changing me without me changing me.
Oh,
like,
wow,
I finally
that's awesome.
realized sometimes, Lois says, sometimes you talk, but you don't listen, like to other, to her per particular. And I find I had been doing that. I didn't think I was. I thought I was listening to her because I could repeat back what she was saying. But
Were you really
honestly,
listening?
was I really listening, or I was just listening to pinpoints?
Right.
And then shutting down, And I'm finding, I'm with this listening to him, I'm finding I'm able to really in-depth listen to others.
Right.
And also listen to myself. And I'm finding just changes are happening, which sort of freaked me out. But because I don't like change too much. So when I notice that I am changing without me putting a conscious thought to it, it's like, okay, he is moving. He's doing something to me. I don't really understand his plan.
Right.
But I'll float with it.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it takes a practice, because believe it or not, our minds just go.
Yeah.
And the mind is always busy, it's always thinking, even in a quiet moment. If you and I had a mentor, it taught us how to quiet your mind. Don't think of anything, just stop. Quiet the mind, take no thought. Because the Bible speaks of take no thought. And when you do that, it's a good exercise.
You able to hear him?
Yes. Then you can hear. That's like I always used to write home from work, no music. I've had a busy day, all this going on. I need some me and God time.
Yeah.
And I would find that time on the way home, In the morning, getting up, preparing your day. You just need to give more of that time besides reading a couple of scriptures out the Bible. Yeah. You really have to devote your time to Him because He knows, and you should never be too busy for doing that because it will take you places.
So what's going on in Cleveland?
What's going on in Cleveland? Oh, well, you know what? I had, speaking of my service today, we had a visitor from Cumming and Davis Funeral Home. And I thought that was pretty unique. Here they are in the church. And they met with the members after service. And they wanted to talk about funeral arrangements. Pre-planning your funeral arrangements.
Which is a smart idea.
Which is a great idea. Because I know over this summer, I had lost a dear cousin. And it put the family in a situation where it was unexpected for one, because he was a young man, but then there was no planning, no insurance or anything. Mm-hmm. So now people have to come together and put all this money together to put you into the ground. And, when the lifestyle that you may live, and believe it or not, some of you know who you are, handling all this big money out there in them streets, and you ain't got no plan. You don't even,
Well, if you're doing that, you should have a
But that's what I'm saying, but they should, but they do not. And you can bet half of them, majority of them, do not have no type of pre-planned service for themselves. They got all their money and they're waiting for somebody else to pick up the debt. And that shouldn't have to be. So you can really start as young as 21. And if parents would do it, because as she was speaking, if you pre-plan and your kids are under 21, they offer the same service to the children. And if I'm not mistaken, it really didn't cost the kids anything because they're paying for it and they're pre-planning. So it's something to really get educated on.
Yeah.
Know what's covered, what's not covered, what's extra, because, even with the pre-planning, you're paying for what the cost is today.
Right.
Now, even though you may live 10 years from now, then there's going to be that difference,
right.
But it's not going to be like, the whole shebang that you got to come out of your pocket with. So those are good things that you should, start looking into.
And it's different programs, too, that, you should, you could look in because there's some that fix the cost no matter what.
Lock it in,
right.
Like insurance.
Like insurance.
Right.
So,
yeah, and I thought about that too. So, because if it goes up and you've already paid for it, right. Why should you have to pay this big, come up with $3,000 or $4,000, but things change.
Liberty Mutual, Jana Hancock, I think they offer the fix.
Yeah.
They pretty got a good
So I think it's a good thing to
program.
look into, seeing if you do have insurance, what is your insurance covering? Yeah. Do you have enough?
Like your life insurance, do you need to pre-plan with that as well? And so, just to give room or give your, children something or, at least a foundation.
And the most important thing is putting all your documents in a packet, have all that stuff, letting someone know where these things are.
Right.
So they're not scrambling around trying to look for phone numbers, your doctors, if you have policies, because people die and then years later, the family's cleaning up stuff and they find stuff that, may not even be any more good, where they needed it at that time.
Well, they have to go to that, site on the state to lost money or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then that takes a long time, too, because I had a friend that actually had to go through that, and believe it or not, it's almost like a nightmare because he had to fax over the same information probably about 10 times.
Before they gave up the money?
Before he even got to where he needed to go to actually get to a person to tell him that we never got all of this and we need to start all this all over again. So, it's
so they want to hang on to it because they're using it.
Exactly. And they make money off of that money.
Yeah. The state's making the interest.
Yeah, the state is getting interest off of those unclaimed funds.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's good to have all your documents in order, and and she even brought something that was so. I thought about that too. You know, people are on Instagram and all of this, and you can leave instructions for your password and things for them to be able to go on there and shut that thing down because people may not even know or aware that you're gone on.
Yeah.
So those are good things to have
Put
in
it
place.
all in, a
Put it all
place,
in writing.
and one person or somebody, where everything is supposed to go.
Yes, yes. So that's important. Another thing that I heard, who's a talk show? Wendy Williams. Want to just send her love. Wendy Williams is going through some things right now. I believe it's her health, her marriage, and so she's in a little conservative.
She's going through a drug situation.
Is that what that is?
Addiction.
Addiction. So, we want to keep her in the
And
light.
she came out and told the truth, so that's a good thing for her to let people, hey,
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
Because it's being true to yourself.
Right.
You don't have to live behind a glass wall because
We're all
we all human and we all got addictions.
And we make mistakes.
And that's
Things
right.
like that.
And at least you know it and you can admit to it, and that's that first
then you
step
can
of
get
taking
better.
ownership.
Right.
So you can move on with your life. I think that's great.
Yeah, this has been a hectic week as well. Of course, Mueller report. Everybody's making a big deal, about that. And then, the Mueller report, it's the end of the whole thing, special counsel. I've been arguing with a lot of people on Twitter.
I know you have.
But to me, simply, we had got a new attorney general, Mr. Barr, and he said he was going to ask for a report to see how things are going so he can make his decision what he's going to do or whether he's going to keep the special counsel going on or not. This is what this report is.
Okay.
And that's how I was trying to explain to people. It's more like just a preliminary report between an employee and a boss. And, and yes, is he going to let everything be transparent? He probably is not, even though he said he was going to be. I don't think he will be because certain things are sensitive. I really don't think Americans understand the way the world is now.
Okay.
And understand that we are we always have been in a global competition, but it is more intense now than it ever was before. And it is about changing the whole system that is going on right now from what was set up after World War II, which we were the push or the foundation of the setup. We're the only nation that hadn't been bombed to Kingdom Come, to set up everything and get the world back on its feet. But that whole system is being challenged, and it is being changed, and it's going to change. And that's what Americans got to understand. And with that changing, it's going to change how we do things and how the rest of the world look at us and how we look at the rest of the world. Because before we were like the head dog and the police of the world, but also we were the head dog and pushing our way in a lot of things. Well, we're going to have to compromise in a lot of things as well. And that's happening.
Yeah, that give and take. And like you said, we are very fortunate that we haven't not had war in our own land. I mean, we went and tore
Since the Civil War.
Yeah, we've tore up everybody else's country and things like
yeah.
that. But we've never had an actual war hit home.
No.
In the United States. So.
Yeah, since the 18th. Since the Civil War.
Yeah, so that's we're a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, I think Rothenstein, who's supposed to have left in the beginning of March, who's still there, gave a little hint what this report's going to tell you. It's going to be a little bit of everything. It's going to give a little bit to the Republicans or the conservatives and vindicate Trump. It's also going to give a little bit to the Democrats and vindicate what they're saying. It's either going to say, hey, there was collusion, or it's going to say there wasn't collusion. It's going to say there was obstruction, or it's going to say there wasn't obstruction. But it's going to be a mix of a little bit of both. That's why you ain't hear no more coming out of Trump's mouth lately about the whole thing. First he would say, like, make it transparent. Now he's not saying anything about it. So it's going to give you a little bit of both. So it's going to condemn and it's going to vindicate all at the same time.
So they have a deadline on when this is going to come out?
He said he was going to give Congress an idea on Saturday. He changed his mind because I think he fully has read it. Then I think, like, the grand jury that Mueller requested was extended to September. Now, why was it extended to September if he was going to give the report in March? That was to give Barr it's in his plate now what he's going to do.
Okay.
It's the long-standing from the Attorney General office that they will not indict or incriminate a president because they, in a sense, you work for them.
Right.
So that's another thing they got to work around. And also something I pointed out to a lot of people, especially conservatives or Republicans on Twitter, is notice that the Southern District of New York's case against Trump for criminal charges is still going on. If the Attorney General Barr felt after reading his report that the president was truly vindicated, then he would have squashed what the Southern District of New York is doing. But he hasn't. So that tells you, like Robertson said, it's going to be a mixture of both.
Okay. So do you feel as though will we see an impeachment of Trump?
It's up to it's up to Congress. It's up to the Republicans and Democrats in Congress.
Because they're saying, this is not going to be a good thing to try to do at this time. And then isn't Trump running again?
He's running again so he don't get indicted. No, I'm just kidding. He's running again. But, it's not a good time for an impeachment in the sense of what the way the world, our standing in the world is right now. Is a good time for the American people? No impeachment really is, or for the system.
Right.
But if it's necessary, it's necessary. That's why it's there.
Okay.
But the votes, I don't as of now, it's not there. And but it might be after Barr gives his report. I think you'll see him run. If he wins, he gets another 4 years. If he loses, you might see him get indicted by the Southern District of New York.
So, do you think that he's going to win again? I mean, I know I was asking you, so we have a lot of women that are running for president.
A whole lot.
A lot of women are out there.
You mentioned you listened to a couple of them.
Yes, I did. And she was in Mississippi.
Yeah, Senator Warner.
This lady was really hitting on she made a lot of sense about a lot of different areas and topics that they were asking her questions on, to the point where I was like, wow, she would get my vote.
She's very smart.
She's
Probably the smartest person running.
Yeah, she is
president.
well.
You got Kamala
rounded.
Harris as well. Let's see here, because there's a whole bunch
Okay.
who are running. You got Elizabeth Warren, Talia Gabbard, Amy Klobuchar, Kristen Gillibrand, Kamala Harris, and that's just on the Democrat side.
Okay.
Amy Klobuchar, Kamala Harris, and Elizabeth Warren are very, very smart. So is Kristen Gillibrand.
Okay.
Talia, I'm not too sure about.
And Our Lady Michelle Obama is not.
Why should she?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think she wants to.
take a break.
She's
seen enough.
Seen enough.
Yeah, she's seen enough. Yeah.
Served enough.
Yeah. In fact, she's coming to our town, or she'll be here. She's going to be at, State Theater?
I think so.
She's coming in because she has her book tour. So she will be here in Cleveland.
She already was in Cleveland.
Was she here already?
Was she?
Was that
Gone and left last week.
last
Yes.
week? Okay. Yeah, I know Michelle Obama was going to be here, and with her book.
Yeah, it looked like both of them were pushing war service kind of stuff, doing stuff like, oh, by the way, Jimmy Carter became the longest ever living president, ex-president. in American history. That's a good thing.
All right.
Even though he planted the seeds for, I think he planted the seeds for a lot of good things, and he planted the seeds for a lot of bad things, like Afghanistan. But anyway, our involvement started way back in the 70s with Afghanistan, what people don't really realize.
And give us a little insight on that. What happened since people are not aware of what really happened in the 70s?
Well, you had the whole gas embargo against us, made gas prices go up and all that, right, in the 70s. Our bicentennial, 1976. But you also had the Russians invade Afghanistan. And that's when Carter instituted, through the CIA, programs to help the Afghanistanians fight against the Russian invasion. And really started the whole creation of the Taliban and Osama bin Laden's group.
Oh, okay.
Osama bin Laden himself was recruited and trained by the CIA. And a lot of people don't know that as well, because we needed to get somebody who was rich and influence in the Arab world to get people together to fight against the Soviets in Afghanistan. The reason why he turned on us, because we made promises to him that what we were going to do is bring more democracy into Arab lands, and we were also going to aid and things like that to help these countries come out of what he felt was their world, which, of course, we did not follow through, and then he turned on us.
Well, so we've got some international news.
That was all started with Carter.
Okay. All right. Well, now let's talk about our Cleveland Browns. I saw it was just so awesome. These two young guys put together on YouTube the flying carpet. I love that. Can you bring that up, Larry? Did you see it? Go to YouTube. It's the flying carpet. They made the song, and you see
About the Browns?
yes, and the new Brown player that they brought over. What's his name?
Oh, Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yeah, and he's flying on this carpet, and they're going over the skyline of Cleveland, and they're going through the big C, the Cleveland sign, and of course, Kenny Crumpton and his partner, they had to mimic it on Fox 8, but it was just like the coolest thing. And the song, it was just
Steppenwolf?
so.
Was it that song?
What it was sound. It
The
was
Carper Bryant, Magic Carper Bryant?
the new world.
Oh, they did Aladdin.
Yes, and it was just so nice. So, I want to give a shout out because that was really good. There, you got it. Yeah, I was sure.
It was Aladdin.
Yeah, I loved that. I was like, how cool is that? We really.
Well, it looks like everybody's hopeful on paper. We're looking really good now.
We're looking good.
Still some pieces to make. It could happen. We could make the playoffs. Everybody's saying Super Bowl. I'm not there yet.
Well, let's do one thing at a time.
That one day at a time,
Right,
one
right.
thing at a time, take
Right.
one day at a time,
Right.
and see how this go. But I think we will at least be competitive.
That'll be
and
good.
that is what I really, really, and have a decent product on the field.
And that'll just boost our business up. And,
Yeah.
because we have a wonderful stadium
I
downtown.
mean, since the Cavs is going through this transition, downtown businesses have, come down.
Taking a step down.
Yeah, during basketball season. So, but the Cavs are going through this transition without LeBron. Some people say they wouldn't want LeBron back. I bet you a whole bunch of businesses would want LeBron
Oh,
back.
of course.
But you got the Indians.
There it is.
You got the
Yes.
Indians coming. Yeah.
I love it. This is just like a piece of art. And the song, I love this.
Oh, this is real funny.
Yes, okay, and you got to watch them when they get downtown and they go over the stadium. But I love the part when they go through the sea.
Over the sea.
The Cleveland, we have the big Cleveland sign
Oh,
downtown.
yeah, this is that whole Aladdin.
Yeah. that. And we're looking good. That's right. Yeah. See, that was it. I love that. I wonder how many hits they got on YouTube for that.
probably a million or something, or almost.
Yeah, that was really a piece of art. I like it.
246,278 views.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
See,
That was
yeah.
on our show. Let's add it, make it a million.
Yeah, okay. All right. Shout out to those guys. That was great. Very creative.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
Film festival is still going on as well, I think, isn't it?
yes, the film festivals. I think it's only one more. What is it? A week?
Yeah, it's
It runs a week. Yeah, yeah. So get up and check out some of these films. We've got some great artists, producers, film producers that are. You get to see movies and films that are not shown everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of talent out there. Lots of talent. Lots of talent.
Yep, there's a lot. There's a lot of students who got some films in there as well from this area.
Okay.
Like from our schools here, the Cleveland State and Case and things like that. So, go out and support.
Yes, yes, please do. Yep. And what else do we have going on here in the Big C town? I know we have a lot of different new restaurants that's coming in.
Yeah.
I know there's the new one up on Chagrin Boulevard, City of Barbecue, which is just
Did you go?
delicious. Yes, I enjoyed it.
Oh.
The cornbread just melts in your mouth, and that corn pudding they have is just really awesome. We got to get you guys on our show and bring in some food and let the audience see what you're really all about, and let them watch us show you how it melts in your mouth. It's
Oh.
good stuff. Yes.
It was that good.
Yeah, it's really good. I like the City Barbecue. Well, you know what? Because there was it was one in Columbus, and that's where I first got introduced to it. My girlfriend there in Columbus would always take us there, or they would do a big carry out and bring it home, and that would be our Sunday dinner before I would get back on the road to come back to Cleveland. And I really enjoyed it. And then when they opened up one here, I was like, "Are you the same people that were in Columbus?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Wow!" So I really got a chance to check out the whole menu, and the menu was just really good. So yes, good job. And then there's another
They
one.
got a lot of stars.
Oh yeah, they're a hit. They're the beef brisket, and they have about 6 or 7 different types of sauces you can put on your meat.
Buy by the pound.
Yeah. So that's a good place to go. They stay packed. They're pretty busy all the time. There's one on the Palmertown Mall that a young lady was telling me about, Mission Barbecue. And this one here, I believe the workers are veterans. So, yeah. And my niece, she lives over there, and she says, "Oh, Auntie, the food there is really good." So they're set up similar to, when I went on to see what their menu was like, it's almost like the City Barbecue, because they have the beef brisket too. They have a few more different items that City doesn't have. So I said I was going to make my way over there and check them
You
out.
like beef brisket? I'm not a beef person.
I like,
When
if
it
it's
come to
good, if it's
barbecue.
cooked well, and it's tender, it's really good.
Okay.
Because I'm not a real meat eater. I love my fish and my seafood, but
Unfortunately, I like pork.
you're porky.
Porky.
Porky the pig.
Porky?
You like
What's a
pork the pig,
porky
the
pig?
other white meat, as they would say, the other white meat. Yeah.
I like steak.
I like a good steak too every now and then. It's a treat. Yeah.
Yes.
We chicken. They chicken us to death with everything. I mean, there's so many ways to cook a chicken, and have chicken. So if you're a chef, you know how to cook a lot of different things and good meals out of pork and
Yeah, I was just looking on
seafood.
that thing.
What did you find?
Just looking at their list here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Beef basket, half chicken with sides.
Oh, yeah.
St. Louis cut.
Yeah. They have one that 3 people can eat off of, and it's like under $30. And you're getting the beef brisket, the
Full
chicken, the
slab, St. Louis
ribs.
cut ribs with 2
Yes.
sides.
Yeah. Stop talking. I'm hungry and haven't cooked dinner. Isha's not cooking dinner today. She's out running around. So I don't know what we're eating today. Mom's on her own. So, anything exciting going on?
I don't know. You mean exciting here?
Anywhere in the world.
I think the world. I think here, politics wise, I just went over what.
I know you're the politic guy, but I was just wondering, as far as what about the Indians? Isn't it time for the Cleveland Indians to have their home opener?
Thursday.
Okay, home opener is Thursday. Who are they playing? You know?
I don't know.
Are we going to have good weather? Is it snowing that day? Because this is Seatown. It's liable to
I
do
know.
anything.
Indians got me scared a little bit, so
Really?
I'm just holding my.
Do we have new players? Or
Yeah, we got some new players.
who left?
A couple people left, but most of our bullpen is still there.
Okay.
I'm just this year. I think we'll still win our division. I just think we might burn out like we did last time during the playoffs. It's kind of hard, us being a small market, and I think that's why I think what the Cavs done and what the Indians have done in the past years is amazing. To accomplish what they have accomplished being in a small market.
Okay.
It's amazing. We just need a little bit more power.
So that we need some more players,
Power hitters.
and them learning how to play with each other. Because it takes, a year or so to get adjusted to learn how each other plays. And then you build your team up from that,
Yeah.
and then you go at it.
I mean, you look at the Cavs. Even though this is a losing season for them, towards the end of the season, they're beginning to click with each other.
Okay.
And getting used to how they're going on.
Okay.
I think we played, what? March 26th, March 24th. What is today?
Today is the 25th.
Yeah, they played.
No, 20. What's today? I don't know. Friday was the 22nd, 23rd, Today is the 24th. Tomorrow's the 25th.
Next Thursday?
It's the first home opener?
Yeah.
Okay. What time is that? 1 o'clock? Because normally we usually have it at 1 o'clock. I remember back in my radio days, we would be down there on the first home opener, and the weather was always nice, and everybody, the streets just be packed, and people be off of work, and it's so much excitement going on.
Yeah, April 1st.
Okay.
April Fools.
April Fool's Day. All right. Well, maybe we'll
White
win.
Sox.
All right. Well,
That's
go
an upcoming
Indians.
team, I think.
Hey, did they get new uniforms, or did they get rid of the logo?
Chief Yahoo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just going to be the big C.
Just a big C.
It's about time.
Okay. Because they had been fighting that battle for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this year we have new uniforms with just C.
Yeah,
That's enough.
yeah.
All right.
Still blue and red,
All
kind
right.
of colors.
Okay. All right. Well, go see. Go see town.
I don't even get in baseball until after the All-Star break anyway, because there's so many games in baseball.
I'm not a baseball fan.
It's like 100 and some odd games.
But I do enjoy. I had an opportunity when it was the old stadium down by the lake, and I went to a game, and it was so relaxing, calm and quiet, and
It's
up
like
under the
fishing.
shade, and I really enjoyed all night endings. I got a chance to understand the game. And I was like, wow, I was giving all my baseball tickets away. If I'd have known it was this nice, I'd have been coming more often. So, yeah, I enjoyed it, because I'm not one to... I can't see how... You have to be at a game. I can't get into listening to it on the radio.
And the NCAA tournament that's going on now,
Okay, March Madness.
March Madness.
Yeah, we got March Madness going
My
on.
mother's all into it, getting her bracket and got her all her stuff. I'm not into it that much, but she is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, me and you, we had a shootout at work, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do mark matches at work, and I beat John shooting the hoop. How about that?
Whatever. It was a tiny, tight thing.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was fun.
It kept on moving.
I know, and you kept shooting it like you were really outdoors at a real basketball court. Bam! And he just kept missing. Bam! He kept missing.
You think that's funny?
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, John, take it easy, you know. I mean, it's just a little basketball court, a little basketball thing. Oh, but that was all right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going on. Even though they're saying people are not participating as much as they used to.
And why is that?
I don't know.
Interesting.
And that is interesting.
Interesting. I mean, because there's no gambling involved in it, is it?
Yeah,
People do still bet
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Oh, they still play that money game on their cell phones. There was a sport. Was it football?
Oh, you could do football.
You could do any of the sports
yeah.
on there and play and win money.
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
DraftKings, things like that.
Really? Okay.
People
Yeah.
still do that.
They still playing for it, huh?
Yeah.
And they actually get their money.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, there's a couple people at work they do it. And they,
I know. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I mean, now that they also made betting now, not our state, but they leave it up to the states. They have made it legal federal wide. So some states have opened it up that you can bet on, sports like you do in Las Vegas and things like that.
And pay taxes.
Of course, you're gonna have to pay taxes if you win.
I know Uncle Sam got his hand out if he's allowing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do horses, so
Oh, you go to the racetrack?
no.
Oh, so you horses on the cell phone?
On the cell phone, on my computer, I watch him.
You watch the horses race on your cell phone?
Nowadays, you can. You don't have to go to the track.
Yeah, and then you just bet right there.
And then I make my keep up what I
The cell phone is a powerful tool.
It's a small computer.
Yes, it is. I mean, because you don't have to do anything to go anywhere. You just everything is on the phone.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's talk about things going on in the world.
Yeah.
And when we were talking about how the world is changing, for instance, the United States, our whole argument against the Huawei Telecom, the Chinese company, and while we're threatening other countries are saying don't put their technology in and we banned it here, which is kind of funny because we claim that the Chinese government does forces American companies to work, and we're doing the same exact thing here. But I just think that's so hypocritical and funny. But it's all about the 5G network, which is going to speed up things and make your cell phone a lot more powerful. And communication a lot faster, getting information a lot faster. Mm-hmm. The thing is, Huawei has the cheapest 5G network and one of the best at the same time. It's the cheapest and it's also the best. And also Huawei has been putting down, replacing all the undersea cables that connect the continents together with communications. There's three companies who have control of the market. I think the first two are Norwegian, actually.
Okay.
Ericsson and what's the other one? And they have, Ericsson has some connection or agreement with AT&T, and the other one has some agreement with Verizon. So it's a combo kind of effect. Mm-hmm. But putting down those undersea cables, but because Huawei does it so cheaply, a lot of African nations and other nations have been taking them, and because actually their product is really, really good.
Good product.
So they've been taking over the market fast. Now we say that the Chinese government will be able to listen on and spy on you through your communications, but I like the way Merkel, the head of the German government, said, well, America's been doing that for years. We know that because Snowden came out with all that stuff and said how they were listening to her conversation, even her private conversation. So her thing is, what's the difference?
I don't think there's nothing that they can't see if they want to see it. I mean,
right.
This is what the technology is
What the
for.
Huawei technology does, though, it does block anybody in the sense you have to have certain key codes to get in.
Okay.
And Huawei's saying we don't give these codes to the Chinese government, and but it makes it very hard for us to get in. And that's the change. It's going to force our intelligence community to go back to old tried and true, old-fashioned.
Well, anything they come out with.
It's not going to make it easy for us to just listen in, or for what is it, the National Security Council to do a lot of things they used to do in the past, where they can just log in AT&T and Verizon and listen to all your communications across the world. Now they're finding that window is closing
Oh, okay.
because and they're cheaper. Now, one of the things here in the United States is Huey's been offering rural counties a cheap way to get 4G and 5G networks that doesn't cost these rural counties so much money because
Okay.
they get less revenue, and and that's why a lot of rural counties in the United States are very upset with the federal government as well, because they're going to force them to be taking a high, and they can't afford it. Yeah, so it's a tick for tack. It's the reason why, they did what they did with the young lady, who, the founder's daughter, and that whole thing in Canada. So that's interesting. And then in Florida, just now, or what a week, Friday, he had St. Lucia, Jamaica, Haiti, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Haiti, Santo Domingo. They're foreign people, ministers at Mar-a-Lago, and it's all to talk about helping join the thing against Venezuela because they voted in the American states, or which we belong.
Okay.
In that organization, they sided with Venezuela to change their mind, and also to break away for some Chinese deals that all these countries have put together. I think you might have Santo Domingo and maybe Jamaica. I don't think Haiti or St. Lucia is going to change what they're doing, because those four island Caribbean nations plus Venezuela belong to this organization that controls the biggest oil basin in South America.
Interesting.
So it's a lot of global politics or fighting going on.
It never stops.
Yeah.
And I know because they were talking about Amazon, how Amazon has taken the small businessman and bumped him back a few pages on the front page,
Yeah.
and how matter of fact, the lady that was running for president,
Amazon has grown.
yeah,
Warner, she was talking about
Yeah,
it. The
yeah.
thing you were talking about
Yes.
in Missouri.
yeah, she had brought that up, how they need to have a equal playing field, because they're making money all different kind of ways,
Amazon is.
and they're like,
And since forcing a lot of small business to be more like subcontractors.
yes, and so that's something she would like to see put in place, a change for that, because
Right.
I mean that is
It
unfair.
is growing. It is becoming.
Yeah, everybody goes to Amazon. I mean, if you want to look for something,
It's not your traditional monopoly.
yeah,
It's more like an octopus with 90 arms.
yes, because you can go anywhere and they can get you anything, and then you can just choose, and then you just have it in 2 days, and that's not really fair business for the smaller man who's got an upcoming business.
Yeah.
You're taking what he could try to earn. So what do we want to have? Amazon and Walmart, because it looks like they're the two major giants that's in the marketing industry. That's where people are spending their money.
Well, a lot of these companies are becoming international companies, and they have international competitors. Like Amazon's competitor is Alibaba, and Alibaba has made I think they made a deal with I forget who. It might be Microsoft or Google, one of them. So they're going to be entering the American market as pretty soon. Pretty much, if you ever bought anything on Wish or some, what's another one?
They've got a lot of different lines, because Wish is the one that's like the most inexpensive.
Yeah.
Any product from $1 to $3.
If you buy
$5.
anything on that, you actually buy from Alibaba.
Oh, okay. So they have subsidiaries.
So they've already been in the American market, but under different
And then even I'm looking at on Facebook. I noticed that there's a lot of clothing links.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you can get a suit for $49, $39, and they'll ship it to you. You can get your shoes. You can get a box with shirt, shoes, belt, jacket,
Yep.
all delivered
Yes.
to your house.
Yeah.
You know, properly coordinated and everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really good idea. I mean,
don't
everything.
know.
The internet is disrupting the way we shop.
Yes.
Big time.
You don't have to go out and shop in a physical
Right.
building anymore.
Right.
Everything is ordered, and it's just
You can get your own personal designer. That's what there's
Exactly.
a lot of
Yeah.
companies like doing that, and that's a lot of those are Alibaba and Amazon underneath competing with each other.
Sure.
Posh.
Well, and here's another awesome thing, though. You as a individual can start your own business
Yep.
online with
Doing
those
that.
products. You know, you can have the Sir John clothing line, and everything that Sir John has, he's getting it from whoever, and they're shipping it directly to you. And John is, just a middleman.
And then shipping it to you.
You know, he's using his popularity, he's using his
they
name,
drop
his
ship it.
brand to sell clothes. So I mean, it's positive. And for those of you who are like me, a Bitcoin investor, I truly believe that the way money is going to be
It's going to be that.
going hand in hand is going to be through cryptocurrency. You know, so this is where you get more of the money than
More
having
bang
to
in your
go
buck.
through a bank.
right.
Who's
Or credit
who
card.
skims?
Right.
You
Who's
got to
taking
think.
something off the top.
Top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
There you
Credit
go.
cards take off the top.
Right.
Banks take off the top. That's
Right.
how they make their money.
Yes.
Right.
With cryptocurrency, that does not happen.
Decentralized.
Right.
So it's just like me going in my pocket and giving John $100 for the suit. And that's it.
That
there was
$100
no bank in between
right.
here.
Right.
$100
No
is
middleman.
$100.
Right.
But if
Exactly.
a
You
bank
get
was
which-
between, it would be
$75
$99 or 70.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, when people pay for their shows here on KZ and we go through Square or we go through PayPal,
Yes.
they're taking a piece
They
of that.
take a piece of that. Yeah, there's a surcharge.
That's how they make their
Search-
money.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's how they stay in business.
I really am. Yeah, I'm really into, and it's more now with blockchain, which now everybody's jumping on. It's more secure, and think about it, is cryptocurrency created blockchain.
Of course.
This wouldn't happen without cryptocurrency.
Exactly.
This new form of security,
Right.
and it's really pushed also quantum computing to keep up. So that's a good thing too. It's going to become the currency. of
But you know what? I
Oh,
even
because
saw
it's-
Bitcoin.
It's already steadily going there.
Yeah.
Well, in our local gas station, not too far from where I live at, in a Sunoco gas station, I looked over to the right, and what did I see? A Bitcoin machine.
Really?
Yes, yes. At the Sunoco on Rockside, there is a Bitcoin
Coin
machine right there.
Sure.
Oh.
It's like an ATM.
Yes, it's like an ATM machine. I was like, wait a minute. That is
That's
that.
right.
That's it.
So you can take your $10, you can put it in there, it'll convert it over to Bitcoin. It automatically goes on your phone because it's already coded, and now you're walking around with extra money of Bitcoin in your wallet that you can use to buy and trade and sell with. So you can take and see. Here's the beauty of it. Today you can take $1 or $10 into that Bitcoin machine, but by tomorrow night or next week, the price of Bitcoin could have gone up. Now that $5 that was $5 is now 10.
Right.
See, when I put my dollar in the bank, I'll never see an increase in interest like
No.
that.
Because the
No.
bank, well, the bank
Because
usually.
the bank is going to take it.
Right.
But if I put it into Bitcoin, sure, it's volatile, but I've been learning that it gradually moves up.
Right.
It just gradually moves
Keeps
up
growing.
and grow and grow and grow. So, the banks will have their challenges, but like I said, the currency of the internet will be cryptocurrency. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
No doubt about it.
Well,
This is really interesting.
both Amazon and both Alibaba, was it last month, invested in two companies, the two biggest companies that do cryptocurrency or manage
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Alibaba did one and Amazon did the other.
Sure.
That was telling you a change.
Absolutely.
A huge change is coming.
Absolutely. Huge.
A huge change.
Huge. I can be in Africa and no matter, or Venezuela, and no matter what their currency is doing,
Right.
my Bitcoin or my cryptocurrency
Will
It's
still
still
hold its value.
will hold its value in America as well as Venezuela.
As well.
Now that is so smart.
And that's why he was Maduro tried to change the whole country's stuff onto Bitcoin.
Right.
He was trying to go around, do it in the round.
Well, more to come. You better get involved into your Bitcoins.
Well,
Well,
it's
if
gonna
nothing
become
else, but
part-
get
part of your
educated
life.
on
Get
it.
educated.
Get educated on it. You know.
And if you're a young person, I think if you're young in your 20s or even younger than that, 14, 15 years old, your allowance, that's.
Right.
Yeah.
You're on your phone anyway, 24/7.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
you gotta make yourself some money.
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah. There you
That's
go. Take that phone and make some money with it,
Yeah.
and get educated. And while you're getting educated, you can get educated on learning it on the telephone.
Yeah.
You don't
By
even
the
have
time you're
to.
19, your $5 will be something.
Right.
like-
You don't even have to go to a physical building. Everything is done in the palm of your hand with a phone. That's a powerful something.
Asking.
Today's technology.
Yep.
Well, there will be more to come. And we want to just say thank you for tuning in with what's going on, because we wanted to just share a little bit of what's going on. So I hope you'll take heed to some of the things that we shared with you this afternoon, especially about going and looking into your pre-planning for your funeral arrangements. I mean, we don't we all got to go there eventually one day. So it's better to be prepared than not, and look out for someone that is, that needs that assistance, help
And
them
don't
out
be
too.
afraid, like Larry was mentioning here about Bitcoin and
Yeah.
cryptocurrency. That is something, a tool, or even what he mentioned earlier. If you're an entrepreneurial spirit, there's now more and more you can do to be your own employer, be your own business.
Yes. All right. So that's what's going on with Lady D and the Sir John Show. And we are the home of the what?
25-cent advertisement. So if you start your website and start your own business, online business, don't forget, come here,
All right.
25 cents.
Have a great week.